it's Laynie and welcome to my channel. How are you guys doing today? Leave it down below. You know I love hearing from you. I hope wherever you are having a beautiful day so far. Here in the Midwest, we've had kind of a weird summer so far. The weather's just not super summery. We're finally getting a few hot days here or there. We finally got to the pool the other day. My daughter and I always get so excited for the pools to finally open. And this year it was very delayed because it was so cold still at the end of May, but finally we got there the other day. So I am in the mood to talk all things summer because if you didn't know, summer is my absolute favorite season, okay? I am a lover of the sun, of the heat, of shorts and tank tops and dresses and everything summer, okay? So this is my season, my time to shine. So I want to talk summer fragrances with you guys. I hope that's cool. If you enjoy fragrance content, beauty content, and a little bit of lifestyle content, make sure you click that subscribe button, join the fam. You won't regret it. I'm going to try not to ramble. It's a struggle over here. Let's get going. This wasn't intended, but when I was looking through my collection, I ended up grabbing pretty affordable fragrances, which is awesome. I'm going to start with just the absolute cheapest one. This is Finery, which you can find at Target, Magnetic Candy. This has 3 notes according to Fragrantica. That's where I get all my details. Typically, it is cotton candy, pomelo, and violet. A lot of people say this is supposed to smell like Sun Dazed by Rado, and I have smelled that one in person, and I don't remember being in love with it, but I really love this one. I can definitely see where they are similar, but I feel like this one is a little less tart, but it has been a minute since I've smelled Sunday, so take that with a grain of salt. In here we have accords of sweet, citrus, powdery, violet, caramel, and fresh spicy. I honestly just get a truly candy citrus. So candied. It is very, very sugary sweet, cotton candy in the truest sense, but then add in like a very yummy lemon candy. Like think those old school vintage lemon hard candies. I know my grandma always had them at her house. She would have those and the root beer barrels, and the lemon candy had like this powdery sugar coating on the outside. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. It is like cotton candy with a whole bunch of those powdery lemon hard candies with it. It is so sweet. It is so feminine. That powder does something really beautiful and a little elevated in here. I put this in the very much playful category because it is so candy in your face sweet, but there is something a little elevated and a little bougie to it, and I can see where that is trying to follow the Sun Dazed vibe because that is definitely a elevated brand, an expensive brand. There's just something so lovely about this. It is like sunshine in a bottle. It's hard to have a bad day when you're smelling this. I don't always love super sweet in the high heat, but to me this is like perfect for a night out on the town, summer evening. You're wearing the cutest little dress, and this is just so fun and flirty. I'm obsessed with her. This is Magnetic Candy by The Finery. The only fragrance I've ever had on where someone actually waited outside of a public restroom to ask me what I was wearing. My daughter and I were hitting up a Trader Joe's one time, and she had to use the restroom, so I was taking her down there, and when we came out, there was a girl standing in the hallway, and she was like, I just have to know, what perfume are you wearing? I could smell you through the whole place. You smell so good. It was this one, Mont Blanc Signature. This is also very affordable. I don't know off the top of my head, but definitely is on discount site, so don't pay full price. In here we have top notes of clementine. Then we have magnolia, ylang ylang, and peony. Then in the base, vanilla, white musk, and benzoin. What this is to me is a creamsicle fragrance. There are the accords of vanilla, floral, citrus, musky sweet, powdery, yellow floral, and amber. I am a little surprised that lactonic is not listed. I do get a really milky vibe from this. And I think it is just the way the vanilla and the musk are coming together. It makes just like the smoothest, creamiest fragrance. This is the type of fragrance that to me really reminds me of a lotion. There's a lotion vibe in there. It is just so creamy. It's just spectacular. It's a little fresh. It is not too much. It is sweet, but it is not like Magnetic Candy sweet. It is a much more soft, subtle sweet. The florals in here are just beautiful. They're soft, they're understated, they're not in your face. This is also feminine, young, playful, but in a much more demure way. I feel like someone who is not bold and in your face and hitting the town to go out for the evening would absolutely love wearing this. Like, you could be a very keep to yourself girl next door and totally rock this fragrance. I mean, anybody could rock it. It's incredible in my opinion. I do feel like this is a fragrance men would definitely be drawn to because it is so soft and feminine and approachable. You are so beautiful and so approachable, which I love. This is definitely one I feel so good in when I wear. I feel like no one could dislike this fragrance. It's soft, it's creamy, it's sweet, it's a little powdery, it's a little fruity. It's just a little bit of everything that makes it perfect. This is wear to the office, wear to brunch, wear to date night. This really is one of those every occasion fragrances. Like there is no place that this isn't gonna work. It is just truly in my collection, one of the most likable. I wanna put it on so bad right now because it is just a happy, wonderful, feminine fragrance, which is just, that's my heart when it comes to perfume. This is Mont Blanc Signature. This is kitschy summertime in a bottle, and it's not something I reach for every day, but it is definitely a time and a place, and it just makes you feel happy. This is Sugarful Sunshine, and like I said, it is just summer in a bottle. It is a pina colada. I mean, literally, this is a pina colada. It is the high fructose corn syrup artificially flavored cocktail mix, okay? There's nothing elevated upper scale to this. It is that down and dirty cheap stuff on the shelf. In here we have top notes of pineapple, lime, and mango. In the mid, coconut water, frangipani, and in the base, agave, amber, and moss. I'm not kidding you when this is just truly a pina colada in a bottle. It is sugary, it is sweet, it is pineapple-y, but I also get a lot of that coconut. I am surprised to see coconut water listed because I really get more of a coconut milk vibe in there. Maybe that's the way the amber and the coconut water are playing together, but I almost get something a bit milky. This really is fun in the scent bubble around you because it's such a airy, sweet fragrance. It just plays off you beautifully. This one I don't think is going to be for everybody because like I said, it is that pina colada fragrance. Not something I want to wear every day, but it is a fun reach in the summertime, and it's definitely a summertime fragrance. Any other time, I feel like this would be very out of place. In the winter, it just wouldn't feel right to reach for it. But this time of year, I mean, the name fits it. It is sunshine in a bottle. It is coconut goodness. You have to be in the mood for that caricature version of summer because that's what this is. I want to wear this sitting in my swimsuit, poolside, sipping a pina colada, and that is Sugarful Sunshine. This is one that I am obsessed with when it comes to high heat. This is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. If I'm going to be outdoors when it is very hot and humid, this is almost always the one I reach for because it plays beautifully in the high heat. It's never too much. This has top notes of lemon, apple, cedar, bellflower. In the mid we have bamboo, jasmine, rose, and in the base cedar, musk, and amber. I'm honestly surprised to hear amber because when I think of amber, I think of a more rich fragrance. When I smell amber, my nose usually really pulls out the vanilla notes. This one to me, how I take it, is a very lemon and apple woody fragrance. I feel like the bamboo and the florals make it elevated, classy, sophisticated, but I definitely put this as a citrus woody fragrance. It is ultra fresh. This is a freshie for me, and this is so refreshing in the high heat. I was at a cookout, and there was a woman there I'd never met before, and every time she walked by me, I was just like, oh my gosh, she smells so good. Later in the day, I finally had to be like, I have to ask, what are you wearing? You smell so good. And it was light blue. The way it played in the scent bubble around her in the high heat was just incredible, airy and wonderful. I think this is an ultra sophisticated, I've got money type fragrance. It's just a classy woman. You are put together, but like you can definitely have on jean shorts and a white tee and some cute little sandals and it works. This is my favorite high heat fragrance in my collection because I always feel fresh when I wear it. It never bothers me. And another thing to consider, at least here, if I wear something too sweet when I'm outdoors, bees will attract to me, and that freaks me out. I don't want to get stung by a bee. So for me, it is always, the reach is always light blue. Another one that is kind of that kitschy, cutesy, summertime vibes, and this is the dupe of it. This is Aquatic Coconut by Dossier. It might have a different name now. I know they rearranged some titles of their fragrances a few years back, but it smells like Maison Margiela Beach Walk, and oh My gosh, I love this fragrance. According to the bottle here, it has bergamot, pink pepper, lemon, and aquatic accord in the opening. And I get a lot of that aquatic accord and a little bit of that warmth from the pink pepper. Middle notes are ylang ylang, heliotrope, and coconut. I definitely pick up the coconut in there for sure. Base notes, musk, cedarwood, benzoin, and tonka bean. This really is a beautiful fragrance. There's something unique about it because it really makes you feel like you are walking beachside. It is really that time and place, almost like you're reading a book when you smell it, like you're just transported to that location. This one does it. I think it's elevated, it's upper scale, it's classy, but I don't think this is gonna be for everybody because it's almost not perfumey because it is such a time and place scent. I have other things in my collection that truly smell like sunscreen. This is so much more. I am transported to the beach. It's like you're strolling on the beach. It is sunset. The ocean air is wafting your way. You smell those salty, sandy accords. The sun is still hitting you, but it's starting to set. There's someone walking by you who's got on a lovely, fragrant floral perfume, and you have on a little bit of sunscreen still from earlier when you were swimming. Like, that is what I get. I will say I don't find myself reaching for it a ton here while in the Midwest. For me, this is a staple I always take on vacation. I almost need to be in that more tropical setting for it to really hit the spot, but I always pack this on vacation. As you can tell, I have used this one, and that is Aquatic Coconut by Dossier. One that I've really come to love this year because my nose has shifted some. I used to be all into the gourmands, the ultra sweets all the time, give me all of them, and recently I've been really liking the more freshies. Like what? Florals, freshies, citrus. It's been weird, my nose is shifting, and I have been really reaching for Letta Isla Coco. I love this fragrance. It's so good. In here we have top notes of mandarin, lemon, and calamansi, which is a certain type of lime, and then middle notes of ylang ylang, fig, and jasmine. I do get the jasmine. It's melted in there really beautifully. The base notes of coconut milk, black tea, and cedarwood. I feel like, to me, I get a lot of citrus, especially that calamansi lime. Like, I really do get that kind of bitter citrus. I feel like limes are more bitter than lemons, but there's also this little creamy factor that kind of comes to play, and I feel like that's the fig and the coconut milk and even the jasmine working together. But then it's like fresh because it's got the tea and the woody notes. To me, this is a very I've got money fragrance as well. So far, most of the things I've experienced from Letta have been, these are definitely elevated fragrances. They're actually ones that sometimes have to grow on me a bit because they aren't generic love at first sniff type fragrances, because they are so elevated that it kind of takes my nose a minute to really appreciate them. I am just obsessed with so many of them. I really love this house in general. This one is a favorite though. I find myself reaching for it a lot because that citrus blast is just so awakening and invigorating and fresh. I'm just drawn to it, but there's still this classiness in this fragrance that I find so alluring. Some people said they got too much of a sunscreen vibe from this fragrance in some reviews I've seen. I can get a sunscreen vibe. I do smell, there is a bit of a sunscreeny vibe in there, but to me the other notes lead it so much more that this isn't your typical sunscreen fragrance. To me, it would be like I am wearing sunscreen at a very fancy high-end resort. That's the vibe it gets me. I personally think this is a beautiful summery fragrance, and that is Letta Isla Coco. And the next one is one I just fell in love with while wearing last summer at an outdoor concert. This is Burberry Her, which the nose behind it was MFK. So this does remind you a bit of Baccarat, but with a whole lot of fruitiness in there. Like, you can see that the same nose came up with the two fragrances, but we have a lot of notes in here. Top notes are strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, and sour cherry. It keeps going. Blackcurrant, mandarin, lemon. In the mid, violet and jasmine. In the base, we have musk, vanilla, cashmerian, woody notes, amber, oak moss, and patchouli. This is a fragrance that when I smell it out of the bottle, I'm just kind of like, not that special. But oh my gosh, when you just spray yourself down, I do spray heavy with this one, I won't lie, and go outdoors in a warm night, it is intoxicating. The musk in here is beautiful and smooth, probably because the cashmerian as well. Some scents to me are like a a crystal. They're see-through, right? Some scents are more milky, some scents are more heavy, but this is like a crystal, see-through, transparent scent bubble around you that just plays beautifully in the air. It is so fun and flirty, but also kind of like, I'm that girl, don't approach me. Like, I feel like if I was a celebrity, this would be the kind of fragrance I would have on when the paparazzi are like swarming me and I'm like, I don't have time. It is sugary sweet, but it is not too much. I think that is because of the sour cherry and the lemon, which make it bright and kind of cut the sweetness, those florals in the mid, and then that musk and cashmerian in the base and the little bit of woody notes in there. It just makes the sweetness level of this alluring and beautiful, but not sickeningly sweet in the hot, hot summer nights. I found this to be absolutely stunning. When my husband and I got to go on a date to an outdoor concert, it just played beautifully. I was like in love with myself when I was wearing it, and I feel like it just made a beautiful big scent bubble around me. But again, I did spray heavy. I don't reach for this enough, but when I do finally wear her, I really do enjoy Burberry her. And yeah, that's some summer lineups. I do need to start deciding what I want to pack on vacation. It's always hard to choose, but let me know some of your favorite go-to summer fragrances down below. I seriously love hearing from you guys. Seriously, it's my favorite when I get a comment notification. You guys are sharing something with me. It's the best. Thank you for being here. And as always, please try to stay positive, because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Mwah. Bye-bye.